What's up, everybody? This is Paul, the comic book Misfit, coming at you with another episode of Misfit's Music Reviews. So today we're going to finish talking about Texas music. In the previous videos, I mentioned that I was going to be talking about two particular artists from the great state of Texas, and they are Doyle Bramhall II and Tomar and the FCs. So first, Doyle Bramhall II may be a name that's familiar to hardcore blues fans. It's not something you're going to hear mentioned in mainstream music or mainstream radio too much today, but this guy deserves to be heard. Um, he used to be in a band called the Archangels with Stevie Ray Vaughan's backing band Double Trouble. For the last couple of years, he'd been a sideman with Eric Clapton, Roger Waters. So that right there should tell you this guy's, legit. He's got some talent. So his new release is called Rich Man, and this guy really is a rich man in terms of talent. He has probably one of the best soulful bluesy voices that I've heard since, Stevie Ray Vaughan. And I say that because even though Stevie hated his voice, you could feel the emotion, you could feel the power and how much he felt his music. And you can hear that the same with Doyle. Doyle was a collaborator of his and a great friend of Stevie. I think he takes a lot of influence from that relationship and puts it into his music. There's a particular ballad on this album called Harmony, which you guys deserve to hear. You owe it to yourselves to hear this. The production on this song is just top notch. You hear the guitar kind of weaving in between the syllables and the words from the vocals. You got that great kind of just sturdy backbeat and foundation for between the bass and the drums. Wow. If there's a formula for writing a really good emotional ballad, an emotional song, Harmony, pretty much follows that to the T. And I think that's an outstanding thing. Other great standout tracks are November and the title track for the album called Rich Man. Each one kind of blends into the next, and that's not a bad thing. Each one is soulful, it's emotional. It's not something you could put on and just forget about. Have it on in the background. This is something that's going to really touch the listener. It's going to hit you right here if you let it, if you pay attention. If you turn off all distractions, put those headphones on, and really listen to this album, you're going to find an emotional connection to it. This is going to be one that deserves to be in everybody's CD collection. Because it's going to be, I think this can be a classic album. Maybe in about 10 years, when mainstream media and crap music radio conglomerates like iHeartMedia and Cox Communication and whatnot, they get their hands out of their butts and start playing real music, this album is going to be one that's going to be referenced a lot. Because there's nothing like it out there today. And that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame for such a damn good album and such an outstanding artist. Remember that name, Doyle Bramhall II, Rich Man. So, having said that, and kind of going on that rant about artists not being given great radio play, the next group that I'm going to discuss, I think they can actually be big stars. They have the talent. They may not find a home on current top, FM radio, but they don't fit into a particular, into modern genres. And for those that don't follow modern music like I do, I don't care what the top 40 is. I want to hear good music. I want to find the music that nobody else is listening to. I want to find music that, that's not going to be played in every single club or every single radio station, following the same formats, regurgitated crap. So whether it's a genre like blues or hip hop or metal, I want to find those artists that aren't going to get the time of day. This group, I think, deserve the time of day. They can be played on radio and they can be heard. They can be heard on movies and commercials if mainstream media gets their head out of their butts and starts paying attention to artistry. And Tomar and the FCs are a throwback to classic artistry. And I say that with, as much passion as I can because I love their music. Their music sounds like classic soul. And when I say classic soul, I mean Stax Records soul. The singer sounds so much like those classic R&B and soul singers like Marvin Gaye, Otis Redding, Sam Cooke. It's uncanny to think that this guy has this much talent and is just barely starting to reach his potential. I can't wait to see what amazing things are going to come from Tomar and the FCs. That backing band, oh my God. It sounds like you can throw them into the Stax studio, give them an established artist, and that artist is going to create another hit. They can throw Smokey Robinson with them, and Smokey will, with this backing band, will probably sound like he did in his early Motown days. I mean, these guys have some chops. Between the bass and the drummer, they've got that great kind of soul foundation. With the subdivisions in the drumming, the backbeats in the drumming. The organist and keyboardist. Oh my God, he just has this really great kind of vibe, to the music. And I can't say enough great things about their songwriting. Their first EP was originally 4 songs. I love the song Day by Day. They just released their full-length debut called Heart Attack. The title track on that one is great. Opens up with this great song called Do You Feel It? And my personal favorite is the closing track on this album called I Understand You. Holy crap. I Understand You is probably one of the best Tomar and the FCs. I'm trying to think. Let me see. I want to get the date on when this album was released. Looks like it was released in November 6th, 2016. So I'm about a month past. But you know what? Who cares? This is going to be timeless. This is a timeless record. Go out, buy this, give yourself a treat. Listen to some great music. Tomar and the FCs. And while you're at it, listen to Doyle Bramhall II's Rich Man. So, thank you for tuning in. This is Paul, the Comic Book Misfit. Take care, people. Godspeed.